Everyone, welcome back to Fast Stock Market News, where I give you all the news as fast as I can. Hey guys, so today the market was finished a little bit lower. Nasdaq was the biggest underperformer for this session. You can see the S&P 500 finished 0.45% in the red. The Dow finished actually in the green. Nasdaq finished negative 1.2% in the red, and the Russell 2000 finished 0.52 in the red today. So what's driving the price action today? So we could see the numbers in China came out, and basically it's already predicted they're already in a recession. A lot of experts also think we're in a recession right now, but the latest retail numbers, which basically give consumer sentiment of what's happening around the economy, the retail sales dropped by 11% in April over the last year. Basically, that's the worst decline since 2020 during the Rona debacle. But yeah, that's kind of something that's caused a lot of selling pressure today in the markets. And the biggest news today is the Elon Musk saga continues with Twitter. Basically, Elon Musk is saying he's probably 50-50 about buying Twitter right now. And the reason that he's 50-50 about buying Twitter is basically he's telling the board that he doesn't want to buy it because they can't guarantee him how many bots are on the server or on the platform. Twitter did say that there were about 55% bots, they thought, but he doesn't want to take any chances. And it's, again, the excuse about the Twitter bots, the way to back out of the deal says. And a lot of people think that he just basically doesn't want to go through the deal anymore, realizing he could probably get it at a cheaper value. But there's a lot of terrible, massive financial ramifications if he does back out. It's so apparently he's only supposed to pay $1 billion to cut off the deal, but there's actually a bigger issue with that. He could actually get sued significantly for a lot more, and including there's a possibility he could even get sued for the $44 billion on Twitter and have to buy it outright regardless. So this is a huge thing that's driving Twitter, and have you noticed Twitter has just been absolutely tanking for the past, I would say, a couple of weeks now, because he's kind of leveraging the situation to try to get a lower deal. But as he's seen the share price go down lower and lower, it kind of is a little bit scary for anyone that bought in on the news that he said he was going to buy Twitter, and at the time, Twitter was around the $50 range, and I think he was going to buy it for $54.20. And right now, it's actually at $37. And if he does not go through with the deal, basically, a lot of people are going to be holding the bag, and I personally think a lot of people are going to be really pissed off at Elon Musk, and this is actually causing a lot of selling pressure in Tesla as well, because Tesla shareholders are really upset right now what's happening with the whole Twitter, because a lot of them don't wanted Elon Musk to take that, so it's also tanking too. It's pretty bad out there right now. But other news, the greatest investor of all time, Warren Buffett, he continues to buy more stocks, specifically more energy stocks. He bought Oxy Petroleum. As we could see, Occidental Petroleum is actually outperforming the entire market, along with energy as well. But one thing I wanted to talk about before I get going is just kind of put into context this whole Elon thing of what's happening and how much he's basically kind of regretting doing this deal, and in a way kind of using it as leverage to get a better price point. Take a look, guys.
Ajit, always good to have you. Listen, you can help us try to figure out Musk. I'm not sure any of us can figure it out. But one thing you might have some insight on, I know, is sort of this contention he's making about not really knowing about the numbers when it comes to bots and fake accounts on the service and how high the percentage really is. Your thoughts?
Well, I think the issue he's identified is legitimate. There was a question about how many daily active users Twitter actually has, but the problem is twofold here. Number one, contractual. If you look at the merger agreement, each side, including Elon Musk, has to make, quote, reasonable best efforts to consummate the transaction. And so, as you pointed out, simply saying the transaction on hold doesn't really hold a lot of water. Moreover, Twitter, and importantly its board, has a merger condition that allows them to go for specific performance. They can force Elon to provide the equity financing, to go for the debt financing, to consummate the transaction, if there's any hint that he might not otherwise do so. So contractually, I think the Twitter board is on pretty solid footing here in terms of moving forward. And that's part of the reason why Brett Taylor, the chairman of the board, put out that tweet on Friday afternoon, as you might have seen. We remain committed to this agreement. It's a very important statement for them to have to make. The larger question, I think, is what exactly is Musk getting at here? And there's been some speculation that Twitter might have made a filing that suggested the number of bots is not as large as it actually is. But here too, there's a problem. Just sort of conceptually, if indeed there is an issue here, it's been disclosed by Twitter over a number of different filings, most recently. And number two, under the merger agreement, Musk has to prove that this would actually have a material adverse effect on the company's earnings. And this is not just a question of is there an error that we can identify. It has to have a material adverse effect. And so why is Musk doing this? Well, there's been a lot of speculation as to why that is. But I think contractually, at least, there's a problem here that doesn't allow the merger to simply be put on hold.
Hey guys, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care, everyone. Thanks again, everyone, for watching Fast Stock Market News. If you enjoyed the video, consider subscribing, commenting, or liking the video. I would greatly appreciate it. My name is Gio, and I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Take care.